Hey guys, big news just dropped and it's a game changer for EV fans. A massive leak has reportedly revealed the energy efficiency stats of the upcoming ONVO L90. And let me tell you, it's raising eyebrows across the entire EV community. From range breakthroughs to some hard truths about NIO's platform architecture, we've got a lot to unpack today. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. So buckle up. Whether you're a die-hard NIO supporter or just an EV enthusiast curious about the tech war going on behind the scenes, this one's for you. Let's kick things off with the ONVO L90 leak. According to what's been circulating, the energy performance details for this vehicle, especially considering its size, are borderline unbelievable. The ONVO L90, equipped with a 60 kilowatt-hour battery pack, reportedly delivers a driving range of 425 kilometers. Yes, you heard that right. 425 kilometers on just 60 kilowatt-hour in a large SUV. That's practically unheard of, especially in this segment of 7-seater electric vehicles. We're talking about a family-sized vehicle delivering range numbers that put many smaller EVs to shame. It's incredibly efficient, and this is just the entry-level configuration. Now, let's scale it up. The ONVO L90 with the 85 kilowatt-hour battery pack reportedly stretches that range to an astonishing 550 kilometers. That's not just competitive, that's class-leading. For a vehicle this size, these numbers make a strong case for ONVO potentially redefining expectations in the SUV segment. And it gets better. This version of the ONVO L90 reportedly achieves an energy consumption rate of 14.7 kilowatt-hour per 100 kilometers. That's extremely efficient when you consider the overall bulk and functionality of this vehicle. Let's put that in context. The smaller ONVO L60 achieves somewhere around 12.7 to 12.8 kilowatt-hour per 100 kilometers. So while the L90 is slightly less efficient, it's still very close despite being a significantly larger vehicle. That alone is a huge engineering achievement. Switching gears for a second, let's look at delivery performance. Recent weekly insurance registration data shows the following numbers. NIO brand, 3,064 units. ONVO, 1,234 units. Firefly, 437 units. That gives us a total of 4,735 registered vehicles for the week. Now, it's important to note that this was right after a holiday period, so naturally we see a dip in numbers. Still, these results are decent, not mind-blowing, but certainly not a disaster either. But here's the thing: when you look deeper into the numbers, concerns start to surface. The NIO brand alone, after launching its 2025 refresh lineup, including updated versions of the ET5, ET5 Touring, EC6, and ES6, still only hit around 3K deliveries in a week. You'd think with all the updates and marketing behind these refreshed models, we'd be seeing weekly numbers in the 4K, 5K range at least. But that hasn't happened. So the natural question arises, why not? Now, let's talk about what could be holding NIO back. One glaring issue that keeps popping up, and it's not just me saying this, is the continued reliance on the aging 400-volt electrical platform. Yes, even in the 2025 versions of its key models, NIO is still using the same 400-volt architecture it launched with nearly 7 years ago. And in the fast-moving EV industry, that's an eternity. Now, sure, the upgrades are appealing. There's the new horizontal infotainment screen. The powerful NX9031 chip brings top-tier processing capability. The autonomous driving software is getting better. These are all good improvements. But when you look under the hood, where it really matters for performance and efficiency, not much has changed. Still 400 volt. Same battery architecture. That just doesn't cut it anymore, especially when competitors are rapidly shifting to 800 volt and even 900 volt platforms. And if you're thinking about upgrading your current NIO vehicle, you really have to ask yourself, is it worth paying extra just for a nicer screen and better chips, while still being stuck with the same old power system? Here's another thing that's got NIO enthusiasts scratching their heads. Early models like the first-gen ES6 had a nearly full aluminum frame around 92% aluminum. That made them lightweight and strong. But now, newer versions like the EC6 and even the updated ES6 come with aluminum-steel hybrid frames. The only vehicles in the lineup that still maintain a full aluminum structure are the ES7 and ES8. So in a way, you're not just paying for the same architecture, you're also accepting a downgrade in material quality, moving from full aluminum to hybrid. That's not exactly something buyers are thrilled about. Now, let's circle back to ONVO and why models like the L60 and L90 are stirring excitement. Both of these run on a 900-volt platform, and in today's EV landscape, that matters a lot. A 900-volt system doesn't just mean faster charging, though that's a benefit too. It also means thinner cables, reduced heat, better overall energy efficiency, and future-proofing for new battery and drive technologies. Right now, only a few models from the NIO and ONVO umbrella use this 900-volt tech. The ET9, ONVO L60, and the soon-to-arrive L90 are among them. Later this year, we're also expecting to see the ONVO L80 and the NIO ES8 enter the 900-volt club. This shift can't happen soon enough, because the competition is already ahead. Pretty much every major EV maker is launching plus 800-volt models. NIO's still pushing out 400-volt cars in 2025. That's just not going to fly anymore, especially in China's brutally competitive EV market. So why aren't NIO's sales booming, even after model refreshes and subsidies? Well, when your architecture is stuck in the past, and your competitors are offering cutting-edge alternatives with real-world advantages, it's hard to justify the purchase. And while battery swap is still a unique value for NIO, most buyers care about energy efficiency, charging time, and performance. And these all benefit significantly from a modern high-voltage platform. Until the full NIO lineup moves over to NT 3.0, ideally with 900-volt architecture across the board, it's going to be difficult for NIO to compete head-to-head with the likes of BYD, XPeng, or even Tesla in certain categories. So to recap, this ONVO L90 leak is huge. If the numbers are accurate, we're looking at one of the most energy-efficient large SUVs in the market, possibly even setting a new standard. A 425 kilometers range on a 60 kilowatt-hour pack, and 550 kilometers on 85 kilowatt-hour with an energy efficiency rating that puts many smaller EVs to shame. That's no small feat. But on the flip side, NIO's continued dependence on outdated 400-volt platforms is becoming harder and harder to ignore. The market is moving forward at lightning speed, and NIO risks falling behind unless it accelerates its shift to 900-volt platforms across the board. Models like the ONVO L60, L90, and the ET9 are showing us what's possible. Now it's just a matter of how fast NIO can evolve the rest of its fleet to match and meet the demands of today's highly informed EV consumers. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.